If you watch pretty much any Hollywood film, if you watch any film of any repute anywhere in the world, if you watch any documentary, if you watch any news program, you'll see that the principle of framing an interview is pretty much the same all over the world. There are some key elements that you want to be really ensuring that you're doing every time you interview someone. The first, and this is relating back to the rule of thirds, which we've explored in previous workshops, is you want to be positioning your interviewee in the third of the camera. So you're looking either to the left-hand side or to the right-hand side of the camera. So you're positioning them using those grid lines which we've put onto your camera in the setting up. So you want them either on the left-hand side or the right-hand side. It's also very important that you get the eye line right. The eyes need to be about on the same level as your camera, so that the interviewee is not looking down on the camera or looking up towards the camera. It's very important they're looking into the camera on about the same eye level. And the reason for this is psychological, really. If the interviewee is looking down at the camera, it appears that they're superior. If they're looking up at the camera, it appears that they're inferior. So getting the eye line absolutely right. It's also important to remember that the interviewees are participants in the filming. They're not the main author of the film. That's you. That's the person that's making the film or the person that's doing the voiceover. Therefore, the interviewee does not look directly into the camera. The interviewee needs to be looking slightly off camera, and so that their eyes are not making contact with the viewer. So you want the interviewee looking ever so slightly off camera. Not in profile, so that you only see half of their face. You still want to be able to see their eyes, but you don't want them looking directly into the camera. One thing to remember as well, when you are interviewing multiple people, so if you're interviewing several people for your film, you want to be filming some people, so one interviewee needs to be on the left-hand side of the shot. The second interviewee needs to be on the right-hand side of the shot. And that makes it significantly easier when you are editing your pieces together, because you'll be cutting from the left-hand side to the right-hand side. And that's very, very important. So here are the key principles. Here are the key guiding principles when you are framing an interview and when you are filming an interview. Eye line, same level as the camera. Remember the rule of thirds. Ensure that the interviewee is looking off camera, so they're not looking directly into the lens. And when you are interviewing people, if you're interviewing multiple people, interview one person on the left-hand side, the next person on the right-hand side, so that you will then be able to edit together very successfully.